This goes back to something that we've showed the people in a previous program about the Big Bang. When God brought the universe into existence, there are 9 dimensions of space and 1 of time that come up. And we're going to talk about, after you see the clip, how those 9 dimensions of space, how they affect some of the theological problems that we grapple with, all right? So let's start with the clip first. Watch this.
The study of the cosmos can be compared with the backward running of a fireworks video. As we measure and observe the cosmos closer and closer to the first moment of its existence, we are running the tape backward toward the moment of creation. As we draw closer still to the creation event, we observe the universe becoming hotter and hotter. Eventually, in this backward replay, the universe will be so hot that protons and neutrons can't stick together. All atomic nuclei fall apart. Let's push on. As we probe even earlier, we encounter a blinding flash, just 1 millisecond from the creation event. This flash is generated by the sudden annihilation of all antimatter in the universe. A delicate balance of 1,000,000,001 particles to every billion antiparticles guarantees the existence of matter in the later universe, and it also guarantees the possibility of life. Pushing back to just a few dozen microseconds from the creation event, protons, neutrons, antiprotons, antineutrons decompose into even more fundamental particles called quarks. At 1/10,000,000,000th of a second from the creation event, the universe is too hot and too dense even for quarks to exist. At 100,000,000,000th of a trillionth of a second from creation, the universe is too compressed for light to be possible. The universe is now completely dark and smaller than a single atom. All we see at this proximity to the creation event are the shrinking dimensions of length, width, height, and time. That is, until we reach a speck of time, just a 10,000,000th of a trillionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a second from creation. Before this moment, all 10 dimensions of the universe began to expand. After this instant, only 4 dimensions continue to expand. So what has happened to the other 6 spatial dimensions? They remain tightly curled up, smaller than 1,000,000,000th of a trillionth of a trillionth of an inch, around our dimensions of length, width, height, and time. These other 6 dimensions still exist, but with no possibility of uncurling. Let's dare to roll back the film the rest of the way. The universe continues to shrink, the 10 dimensions growing smaller and smaller. At the creation threshold itself, often referred to as the Big Bang, all 10 dimensions become infinitely or near infinitely small, and suddenly disappear. And it is from this infinitely small beginning that the entire universe sprang forth, in every aspect, from the formation of planets, galaxies, stars, to the relationship between the mass energy and the space energy density, and even the laws of physics themselves must have been carefully fine-tuned from the creation event in order to make life possible for this brief moment in cosmic history on our tiny blue dot.